It's crap contents. It's crap contents. It's crap content.
I'm delighted that you're able to join us again for another milestone in the history of British television. Britain's first ever in 3D on television. Incidentally, if you haven't already got the special glasses on, now is the time to put them on and allow your brain to become accustomed to the experiences you're about to enjoy. Today, the principles remain the same. Two cameras producing a left and a right image, superimposed on the screen with the spectacles to separate the images. So, why revive 3D? Well, because a number of people now believe that it's feasible on television, and because the movie business is, quite frankly, using it in its fight for survival. So that's the background to our presentation this afternoon. To get the best results, we advise you sit slightly further back from the television set than you normally do, and you dim the lights or draw the curtains, shade the room slightly. Never forget, this is an experiment. Indeed, I have to say that if you're watching in 2D or in black and white, there will be occasions when the picture will break up slightly, when the 3D effects reach their most spectacular. But it's an experiment I'm delighted you can join in. So, sit back for a special experience.
Deep Space was the first 3D game for home computers, programmed by Mike Singleton and released for the BBC Micro with Spectral 48K. He also wondered if his favourite home computers could do 3D. These 5 programs are his attempt at finding out. You must type in these programs to have any hope of escaping this 3D world. Good luck.
So in this magazine there was 5 typings to do that I wanted to type in. The first one I attempted was the Spectrum, which was the longest one to do. It's quite difficult to type in on a Spectrum if you've ever typed in on a Spectrum before. And this 3D game, although all these 3D games are a bit gimmicky, this 3D game I quite liked. Because the Spectrum can't use the red and blue colours that's needed for 3D games, this uses green and purple, which also works exactly the same way, so you still get a 3D effect. And this game is probably my favourite out of the lot as well. Next up, Crash or Crush on the VIC-20 and Commodore 64. Now this one was fairly quick to type in on both the VIC-20 and the C64. They're basically the same game, and the cool thing about this one is that the spaceship that you're controlling moves in and out of the TV screen, and the asteroids and the things you have to collect also at various degrees of out of the or inside the screen, and give a really good 3D effect. Again, it's fairly simple gameplay, it's nothing to write home about. The VIC-21, like I said, this was pretty quick typing. In fact, both the VIC-20 and Commodore 64, they don't take long to type in at all. It's not a bad computer for doing typings on, compared with the Spectrum. And if you're going to type in on the Spectrum, use a 128 or something. It was a bit easier using that. But I did enjoy this one. And again, it's basically the same game, but just chunkier graphics, chunkier sound, and also it's got 1 or 2 little bits of problems in the listings, so you need to watch out for a couple of pokes in there and a couple of peaks that are the wrong. So Moon God on the BBC Micro. I cheated on this. I haven't got a BBC Micro, so I just use my computer, and it's fairly easy to type in again, but I'm using the computer, so I can't tell you if it was easy to type in on BBC Micro or not. But again, it's fairly short, and you get some good gameplay from this one. And I did enjoy typing this one in, because I'm not a fan. I don't really know much about the BBC Micro, so it was quite interesting reading up on it. And basically this game's so easy. You've got press 1 to 7, and it's got various degrees of what's sticking out to your telly and what's going into your telly. So you get little spaceships that you have to shoot. You press 1 to 7, it shoots one of the laser beams and shoots it. It's not a bad little game, but 5 minutes in, you've seen everything. Oh, and that flashing gives you headaches. And so Space Hog runs on the Atari 8-bit systems. And this was, again, I haven't got an Atari, so I cheated and used the computer and an emulator to do this. And again, it was fairly easy to do. Again, I ain't got no knowledge of the Atari, so I won't know how this program's in or anything. But this game runs at an amazing speed. And this is quite a good shoot 'em up. If a little more time spent on it and with some different aliens, it'll probably play really well. And yeah, all these games are a bit gimmicky, but as typings for the first 3D games, it was worth doing, and I really enjoyed doing it. Thanks for watching this typing special. Catch you later.